Let's discuss why the 2021 Ford F-150 Lariat might not be the truck for you. Now, I have to put a disclaimer out there. This is some really nitpicky cons, right? Because I personally really love the setup that the Lariat has. So there are just a few things missing, or a few things that I would rather have within the Lariat that would make it absolutely perfect. But that's not me saying that this isn't a really amazing truck. So first things first, as always, the 2021 model year is a redesign. Now, why is that a con? Well, it's a con because for me, it's mostly marketing hype. It looks strikingly similar to the 2020 model, and I definitely understand that it uses a bunch of new parts. There's a bit of a grille redesign, there's headlight redesigns, tail light redesigns. Everything that's been put into this truck is really amazing, but it also looks quite the same. So, as you hear the words redesign out there on every commercial, really, um, understand that if you can find a great deal on a 2020, don't count it out because of the word redesign, right? Not much has changed. It still looks like that quintessential Ford F-150, which in my book is a good thing. Why? Because it already outsells everything with the way it looks. Why do you need to change it up? You don't really. But keep in mind the marketing ploy for you. Also, this is really the trim where you are going to convince yourself you want to go 4x4. You already have the engine in that 2.7 liter. You also have the power and the towing capability. That engine definitely was a bump up in power as well as torque from the base engine that you see in the XL and the XLT. And the 4x4 option really is the only thing missing on this truck. And yes, it's great to have the standard as a 2x4, right? But you want that 4x4 to really get the job done. And sure, of course, you can add it as an option, which is what everybody has to do, but that puts the price tag north of $50,000 at that point as far as the MSRP is concerned, and that's a pretty penny. It's worth it, but it's a pretty penny. Now, we also have a complaint of mine that adaptive and they call it intelligent adaptive cruise control is not standard on the Lariat. It is available as an option, but I really feel that the Lariat trim should be the level where the perks like adaptive cruise control should automatically be there. With the powertrain upgrade to the Lariat, this is the trim for long rides to the cabin or even your favorite hunting spot, right? So having the adaptive cruise is just an extra layer of safety and let's call it comfort that will give you an ease of mind and you'll put it to use, truthfully. So that's a bit of a knock for me. I want that intelligent adaptive cruise control to be on this trim. Also, not on this trim are running boards and step bars that are standard. You got to option up to them. I understand that plenty of people don't like running boards or step bars, but I would expect this to be the trim that gets those mixed in just a little bit. Of course, you can spend the money to purchase again, and it clearly was planned that way to make you have more options. You can either not have them, or you can have a number of different ones that they have as options. But I do feel like I don't think too many people would complain if they came standard on the Lariats. I also don't like the grill that comes standard on the Lariat. It's definitely different from pretty much everything, really, within the lineup. Uh, it so you do have the chrome involved, but it has what Ford calls a chrome 2-bar and one minor bar style with a black surround and black accents. And for some reason, the chrome layout to me seems a little bit chaotic. And I really dislike the black surround compared to the traditional chrome surround that you would see in the XLT. So basically, you've got 3 bars of chrome in the center, and then the black grill kind of extends beyond the chrome. I like when that chrome is right around the edges, just because I think it looks a little more clean, really. And that's the look that you have in the XLT, as well as trims that are above the Lariats. So they really wanted to make this Lariat stand out with a different style grill. I just don't think it looks as good as they think it does. So it's definitely unique, but I'm not sure if it's unique in a good way. So make sure you check out the grill when you're checking out the Lariats to see if that's something that's going to bother you. And last but not least, I wish this thing came standard with a heated steering wheel. So I know, simple, simple, simple. Call me spoiled, but I think that this trim level, once again, it includes heated seats, right? I think it should also automatically include heated steering wheel. If you have a need for heated seats, then you definitely have a need for heated steering wheel. And I don't understand why. Well, I do understand they want people to pay extra money for the heated steering wheel, but I don't understand why in every vehicle out there, if you have a trim that comes automatically with heated seats, I think combine that with the heated steering wheel because it just makes sense. Let's face it, you're more likely to use a heated steering wheel than you are to use heated seats. So I personally would rather have it the other way around. If you couldn't give me both of them at once, if I would have it that you get the heated steering wheel before the seats personally. So, but that's just my point of view because I come from a very, very cold state and I'd be putting that to use all the time during winter. So, again, this is some really nitpicky stuff, and that's because I personally love the Lariat. I think it is perfectly equipped. I think the engine that's put in it is more than enough to get the job done, and I don't think you'll be upset with it in accomplishing everything you need. And you know what? You've got leather seats, you've got improved climate control, you've got improved features on mirrors, you've covered all the bases, you've got your safety features that are included in it that you wouldn't necessarily automatically get in the XL, the lowest trim, I should say. So I personally know it sounds like I'm nitpicking, but that just means I really love this truck. And there are just a few things that I personally would want to see added to it to make it the perfect truck. So let me know if you think the Lariat is or is not the truck for you.